A lot of people around this time of year want to lose weight, and especially lose weight for summer and get ripped for summer. And what I want to do for you lot in this video is tell you 3 tips. I'm recently cutting again and I've already lost 7 pounds and I feel amazing and I'm grateful and happy again already for my body. Whereas when I was on a bulk not long ago, I didn't feel as good. Of course, when you lose a bit of weight, your confidence goes up, how you hold yourself goes up, and you feel amazing. And I want you lot to get these results as well. And I've been through quite a few body transformations and getting ripped for summer, maybe four times now, 4 or 5 times. So I'm just going to tell you a few tips that can help you. So the immediate thing that you have to do to get ripped for summer is going to be a calorie deficit. And a lot of you may not know this, or a lot of you may know this because a lot of people say about it, but some people don't even understand that calorie deficit is what they need more so over than everything else to lose weight. And it's crazy because they eat insanely clean, loads of stuff, maybe loads of nuts, loads of fruit, all this stuff, but they'll be over their calories. Therefore, they're not going to lose weight. And it's crazy in a sense, and I don't want you in that position. So immediately what we have to do is we have to establish a calorie deficit that we want. So let's say you want to lose a pound a week. That'd be roughly 500 calories each day. So it equal around 3,500 calories, which is roughly a pound. So let's say you're on a 500 calories deficit each day. You lose 1 pound a week, 4 pounds a month, which is quite good. Very steady progress. Let's say if you want to lose 2 pounds a week, which is probably the extreme end, but like the most extreme end where you can actually hold muscle, which a lot of people do, but obviously you might lose a bit of muscle in the process anyway. But on a raw level, you lose 8 pounds a month. So over time you reach your goal quicker, and it just depends on how much body fat you have and how much you can actually sustain in a calorie deficit perspective. I would say 500 deficit, get some steps in as well, and you'll be in an amazing position with it, and that'd be excellent for you. And the next thing we're gonna have to go over is your protein intake. So your protein intake is very important for holding muscle and keeping the muscle on your frame, because a lot of people will neglect their protein, therefore they lose a lot of muscle. And I've done this before. I went from around 14.5 stone to around 170 back in 2020, and I lost so much muscle because my protein intake was shit. My protein intake was non-existent. I was probably eating like 40 to 50 grams of protein, which isn't much. So I'd say aim for around, let's say above 120 or around 120, you should be all right around there. And aim for a good amount of protein, because it's going to allow you to feel more satiated, allow you to feel more full, and allow you to actually stick on your diet longer, if that makes sense. And also, if you're struggling with cravings as well, it's going to be a bonus tip. Don't be afraid to have a little chocolate bar. Don't be afraid, because a lot of times the chocolate bar is 200 calories. Let's say you get a bigger Galaxy bar from the shop, that'd be like 600 odd. If you are able to sit around your maintenance calories whilst having that, and you get a load of steps in, you can lose weight. Or if, let's say, you stay in a deficit whilst you eat a bit of chocolate, you'll be able to lose weight. And this is a more flexible approach of it, but this is what will allow you to feel more comfortable as well, and allow you to actually stick to it. A lot of people will eat some shit and think, oh, my diet's done, or I'm shit, or I'm not going to lose weight now, because they've had 1 Mars bar, or they've had a bit of chocolate, or they've had like 2 cookies. Let's say that's roughly 400 to 500 calories. You still got another like 1.7k calories probably from your maintenance. Let's say you're around 180 pounds to eat of clean food to sort that out, and you can still be in a deficit if you structure it right, you know. And I'm not saying eat shit every day, but what I am saying is, if you're struggling a little bit, don't be afraid to have a little bit of chocolate, you know. Don't be afraid to treat yourself a little bit on the days when you're struggling, because we don't want you to be restricted. Or let's say you go out on a meal on the night with your mates or a girl, you don't want to be restricted, do you? You know, you don't want to be restricted. So have a little more of a balanced approach of it and a long-term perspective of it, instead of just straight away. And protein intake, I've gone off on the tangent there, but protein intake is very important for you to hold your muscle and to feel satiated. Make sure you're getting enough protein, and that'd be amazing for you. Next thing, we're going to talk about training. So what I would estimate, and what I would say overall, would be 3 to 4 times a week would be perfect for you. A lot of people would say 5 times, 6 times a week. You're gonna burn out. And even if you're just getting into the hang of it, maybe twice a week, you know, just building that consistency up. Maybe twice a week, full body if you're new. Maybe 3, whatever you need to build that almost confidence up with going to the gym, you know, or working out. Because a lot of people want you to go extreme, and they tell you, but on a raw level, it's easier to burn out when you go to extreme. That's the reality with this stuff. And people say burnout don't exist, but let's say you're going to the gym all the time, 5 times a week. you're going to lose that almost love for going for it, if that makes sense. So you want to have a balanced approach. I do 3 to 4 times a week, progressively overloaded, and always trying to get stronger, always trying to build different exercises, if not trying to get more reps. And that's a beautiful thing. That allows you to actually max out your results in a sense, you know. I like the best of both worlds, and it's worked insanely well for me, you know, insanely well. So you want to be training quite a bit. And also, what I will tell you that will truly help you, like we're talking this to truly help you, aim for around 10,000 steps as well every day. If you aim for around 10,000 steps, roughly, at my weight, it's roughly around 500 odd calories burnt. So if I ate around my maintenance calories, which let's say is like 2.8k, and I just ate that alongside my steps, I'll be losing roughly 1 pound per week, which is crazy, if that makes sense, because 2.8k calories is quite a lot, isn't it? 2.7k calories is quite a lot for someone cutting, but it's worked in the past for me. And when I've got my most ripped before, that's what I've done. At the moment, I'm taking it a bit more extreme quickly because I've wanted to lose that initial bulk weight that I didn't actually want, if that makes sense. And I'm already around like 14 to 15% body fat, which I'm happy for. And we're just gonna take our time with it now. And especially as I get leaner, I'm gonna start doing that approach where my calories are gonna be higher, but I'm gonna be getting in more steps and more activity, so I just slowly lose it, because your body doesn't really want to lose it once you get down to lower body fat percentages, if that makes sense. And yeah, literally, you're training, I would say try to hit every muscle group twice a week, and just make sure you're getting in steps as well. And this is literally all you would have to do essentially to lose weight. Simple as fuck. It sounds simple as fuck. I know you're gonna say, oh, that doesn't sound too good to be true, all about all these little things. I've got in better shape than most people, and this is not me being big-headed. Some of you might say that's egotistical, but I've got in better shape than a lot of people. Let's say around like 95% of people, whatever, because some people genetic outliers, some people extreme genetics, some people taking some roids, you know what I mean? But on a real level, I've got in some really good shape over my time, to the point I got compliments from women, from men, from everyone. And if you have an approach like this where it's balanced over time and you can stick to it, that's where you're going to get the results. You're not going to get results off of extremely restricting yourself. You're not going to have this sugar, you're not going to have this thing. You're not going to get any results like that. And this sounds a bit crazy because some people won't say this to you, but that's a reality, man. That's a reality. We want to simplify it as much as we can for you so you get results. We don't want you to literally just fucking like go so extreme that you give up. And that's what you find with the New Year's resolution people. They go so extreme that they give up straight away. They're trying to do fucking 5k a day, 10k a day, and then their body's something's gonna go wrong. They may get a pain in their leg, they may not see any results, you know. And that's the reality, man. You want a balanced approach. That's what you want. You want a balanced approach with this stuff, because you don't want it to absolutely feel like you're struggling too much. The reality is, when you're able to control it, in a sense, it allows you to feel comfortable and confident. And I fast as well. Try fasting the first 4 hours of the day. If not, if you got work, try having a little snack when you wake up, or not a snack, say like some fruit, or say maybe some protein, porridge or something like that, just a bit of protein to keep you going. Because especially when you wake up and you got work or whatever, let's say you don't know when your break is, or your break's a bit later on, you need a little something, you know, unless you can have coffee while you're at work, black coffee that is, and black coffee helps as well. So yeah, this is going to be 3 things you could do. Literally, training, calorie deficit, and protein. Watch all these 3 things and I guarantee you will lose weight. I guarantee you'll lose weight, and I hope you get some value from this, and just stay consistent over time and you'll get there. That's going to be the overall message. This is what I've done to the point now I'm grateful and happy and get compliments all the time. That's a beautiful thing, and I want you lot to have that as well. Hope you lot got a lot of value. Like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on as well, please. Thank you.